Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Soul Channel. It's so good to see you. Today, we have an episode of Mystic Messages where I will go into channel and see what the guides, my councils, would like to share with us about the state of the world or actually anything that's on their mind. And of course, this couldn't happen if we didn't have our amazing co-host, Heidi. Welcome, Heidi.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Teresa. I hope everybody has their favorite cup of hot cocoa or tea because get cozy. This is going to be a good one.
It is going to be a good one. I feel there's so much going on in the world that to talk about, right? I mean, it's just rich with shifts and changes. And so want to remind everybody that this is for entertainment purposes only. And again, my name is Teresa Warren Staff, and I'm so thrilled to have you here. So I'm going to jump into, yeah, they're all like right here for me. They're all like, yep, yep, just let us take the stage. So here we go. It is with great delight that we, the goddesses, are able to come into this forum once again and communicate with you. First and foremost, we want you to remember. And as you remember, feel this in the essence of your soul and your being. You are loved beyond the depths of every ocean and the heights of every sky. We hold you in deep reverence for the path that you have chosen here on planet Earth. It is a tremendous honor to be part of the evolutionary shift. For if you are tuning into this, then indeed you are one of the many catalysts for global evolution. And this is what we would like to speak to you about, specifically from the perspective of the feminine energy. And this includes men and women, theys and thems, anyone who has two legs, walks upright, and identifies as a human embodies this feminine energy. And we want to remind you how vital it is for you to give this part of yourself equal billing in your life. It is the magnetic that brings into your life all that is for you. It is the gentle, tender embrace of the mother. It is the collaboration, the cooperation. It is the community. It is the foundation for global evolution. For you see, the planet has so far tipped into unhealthy masculine energy of control, manipulation. The priorities and perspectives of those who are constructing the systems that we live, and in many cases at the moment, deconstructing those systems. Thank you very much. It is time to bring it all into balance. It is time for the divine masculine to stand proud in his love, in his honor, in his leadership, and be expressed in his divine feminine equally. And this is not a gender thing. This is a human thing. Two legs, 2 arms, 1 head, and a torso. Regardless of what you identify as your gender identity, how do you bring both the masculine and the feminine into your being so that you live fully expressed from the heart, from the within? Give all events in your life deep consideration. And this includes every little thing that comes in for you, for it is us, your guides, dropping little peanuts down the golden brick road of your optimal timeline. Pick them up and nurture yourself. For everything that comes into your life is for you. And when you meet that event, that circumstance, with balanced masculine, feminine, when you go within and you speak from the heart, you cannot take a wrong step. As Teresa is so fond of saying, life is not comprised of light switch moments. Life is comprised of small, incremental steps that allow you to walk the path of your evolution. And now, the energy on the planet is supporting that. Now the earth, your earth, is evolving. Come with her. Be in collaboration with your beautiful blue-green planet and say yes. Yes. And what happens when you say yes? And what happens when you take those incremental steps? You live your greatest desires. You live from a joyful place. You manifest the opportunities to step into not only the greatest expression of yourself in this human body, but the expression of why you came onto the planet at this time. Yes, your purpose. Each and every human on this planet has a unique purpose. Together, it weaves this incredibly stunning cloth of miracles and beauty and love. This is what we wish to wrap the earth in at this time. And no, just as we have said, this enveloping the earth will occur step by step by step. But your participation, your commitment to your own evolution is essential. Now, we are not asking to create utopia. There is no such thing except that which resides in your heart. You will continue to face what you consider to be challenges. However, you will be so self-resourced that these challenges no longer seem insurmountable. These challenges simply present opportunities for you to dig deep into that well of wisdom that you have mined and created for yourself and step through the challenge into opportunity. For every challenge is the birthplace of the opportunity. If you continue to move forward, and you continue to make decisions and choices from the inner space, There is so much that awaits you. You have no idea how much has been planned for you, how much is waiting for you to say yes. And it is with this message that as we began, we close this transmission. You are loved beyond the beyond, and we, your goddesses, your guides, your soul, your energy, will continue to be there for you always. You are here at this time for a reason. Allow that to simmer in the heart and be born. And with that, we, the goddesses, bless you. Thank you. Until next time. Are they not delightful? Their words of wisdom contain so many transmissions and energy codes that it is our, yes, you guessed, it is us, the 99. It is our wish that each of you take a moment to receive everything that was embodied in that message. For indeed, it is 100% accurate. Tough at a human level to embody sometimes, but this is what community is about. Do not walk this evolutionary path by yourself. Resource. Find the resources that best speak to you. What is it that is optimal for you to bring into your life, or to recognize is in your life, or to bring into your life closer, more intimately, that will support you moving into that best expression of yourself? You have two missions on this planet. First and foremost, the personal evolution, the evolution of you, your soul, this collaborative embodiment of you today. And much of what the divine feminine, our goddesses, have stated to you is an optimal way for you to step into this self evolutionary path. Evolutionary path. We wish to make billboards about that. We wish to put signs in your houses, and we wish to put billboards up to remind you you're here to evolve. Yes, you are. Because as you do, as you step into this evolutionary expression, which, by the way, doesn't end until you're dead, you continue to do that. It never stops. You are continuously evolving and growing and learning, and that is why you're here. All of those instances are part of the evolutionary path. Now, as you do this self evolutionary path, the natural result is you begin to align with that which you and your soul have agreed you will experience in this life. These are called what you call blessings, miracles. What we call, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? It's all for you. We are holding nothing back. As a matter of fact, it is you who are saying, no, no, I don't deserve this. No, no, I'm not worthy. No, no, I cannot have that. You can. You can. Not only can you, but it's optimal for you. How astounding is that? It is optimal for you as a human being to be happy, joyful, and receive all of your heart's desires. How astounding! How truly astounding. Just that single perception. If you embodied just that single perception, could you imagine how your life would change? Could you imagine? Now take those wildest dreams. They would become your reality. Ah, yes, we hear you. We hear all of you saying, this can't be real. This can't be true. Indeed, it is. So give yourself this for you naysayers out there, for you doubters. Give yourself 1 month. Try it for a month and see how your life changes because, as our goddesses stated, the earth is shifting. The vibratory nature of the planet has shifted, and with that, so too have the humans. As a matter of fact, this, your calendar year of January, February, and potentially moving a little bit into March are a little tumultuous. There's a lot of deconstruction and tinged with destruction that is occurring not only in the United States, but around the world. And it is creating the energetic vibration on the planet that I'm sure you all are feeling, whether you acknowledge it or not. So the question then becomes, where do I put my focus? Now, we know this is going on in the background, but can I focus on my evolutionary path and receiving all that I desire? You can. It is simply a choice. Now, with this continuous shifting, the earth is bringing in more and more high vibration, what you would refer to as high vibration, what we call as a natural expression, more high vibration energies. What that means is the moment that you make that commitment to that 1 month, things shift. And they do so quickly, much more quickly than ever before in the history of the planet, with the exception of some ages where we have been very present in the physical because the earth could hold the vibratory nature. But we don't need to get into that. What we need to do is focus on now. So, with the earth continuously evolving, and she's not waiting for you, by the way, you have the opportunity to blend with that, to entrain with it, to interact with that energy, that vibration. Make a commitment to yourself, to your own evolutionary path, and execute. And then you will see your life change. And this is when the magic of life occurs, the synchronicities, the small messages, the knowings. Your intuition, as we have spoken about multitude of time, becomes the filter through which all your information comes in. Your mind has a vote. We don't give it up, but it is not the final. It is not the final CEO of your life. It is simply a contributing element. That's important because humans are so reliant on your minds. You think it's the end all and be all of wisdom. And frankly, it is so infinitesimally small that it is a contributing factor, but nothing more. So, back to your month of your self evolution. As this unfolds and you have these intuitive knowings and feelings and seeings and beings and smellings and tastings, you will begin to understand why you are here. That self evolutionary path is a direct contributor to why you are incarnated right now, why you are here. And we know this is a program that we put into the human existence. We know you have that yearning. We know you have this desire to know more about why you are here. This is how. Seems simplistic? Perhaps it is. What muddies the waters is the human mind and the choices and the belief systems. So harness your resources, the people, the places, the events, the information, the practices of self evolution and self determine, self realize at the highest level that you can embody at this time. Because tomorrow you will be able to embody a higher level, and the next tomorrow, and the next tomorrow. So we will stop there, for we feel there is a very strong essence of vibratory signatures that are not only wrapping around the audience who will be watching this transmission, but as is the purpose of this council, the 99 is part of, it will envelop the world. For we are here to support the human evolution. We are here to aid you, to support you, to show up whenever you call us, whenever you ask us. And you have your team, but we're all part of a collective who are committed to human evolution. It is a worldwide council of energy beings that are here for you. Will you receive our assistance? Now, we take pause and take breath and ask if our esteemed host will have questions for us.
Thank you, Teresa, and thank you to the 99. I think this information coming in, especially right now with the shifting and changing that we're all experiencing. One of the things that comes to forefront for me is staying present in the present moment while at the same time enveloping my soul's purpose, harnessing the energy and trying to find the balance between all of that, realizing that sometimes being present gets me out of my own energetic juju, and I can kind of get sucked into some of the fear and to your point, what the 99 claimed as the choices that we make along the way, staying in our head versus coming from our heart. So could you give us some guidance around maybe finding some balance with that?
Well, we would state that it's actually a flow. It is what you have studied with Teresa called expansion contraction. And it is bringing yourself back into the moment. So let's start with the foundation. How do we stay present? How do we, as energetic beings, we do not experience time. Everything is the present, and everything is accessible from the present. As humans, you have tools that you bring into your life, and this is where we go back to being self-resourced. Is it breathing? Is it a walk? Is it grounding? Is it tapping on your heart center to bring you back into the present moment? Is it a meditation? Is it stillness? Is it binaural beats or some type of musical support tool? There are a multitude of things that you can employ as a human to bring you back into the present. Is it counting? And then from the present, It is moving into contraction, and contraction is not. Teresa was asked this week. Is contraction bad? No. Contraction is necessary to balance the flow of expansion. One cannot continually be expanding without self-resourcing and nurturing. So contraction is going within. It is touching bases with what is occurring within you. What is occurring within your heart? As we have stated, your CEO of your human organization is the heart. Take into account how you're feeling, what you're thinking. Take into account all the things that are coming in for you, but bring them all into the heart and ask, what is true for me now? And if you are presented with an opportunity, is this optimal for me? And do not worry if your head does not agree. It doesn't have to. If your heart knows that what is being presented may not make sense to your head, but your heart is 100% invested, go with the heart. Because the heart will lead you down a path that you may not even see as being constructed for you. It may open doors that you have no awareness of. It may put you in the place where you meet the person or have the experience or learn what you need to put the puzzle together to take the next step. So, presencing, bringing yourself back into yourself, using whatever tools work best for you, and then moving within, going into contraction and saying, what is next for me? What do I need to know? And if you get no answer, just keep moving forward. The answer will come. Perhaps the answer isn't ready for you yet. Perhaps the answer is still being formulated. Or perhaps the answer is 3 steps down the hallway in the doorway to the left. Do you see what we mean?
Yes, that is such a great description of the expansion and contraction and coming back to ourselves, specifically back to our hearts, asking the
In,
question and feeling into it and listening for the answer.
indeed. And it is essential that this become a lifetime practice. For this simple exercise, hard to execute, we understand as a human this is hard to execute sometimes, especially when you are on the throes of your emotional body. But when you begin to use this as the tool for moving forward in your life, it will become easier for you to go within and move back into flow. Not balance, because balance is a fallacy. You are never 100% balanced, but you are always in flow. And it is learning the how the flow feels within your specific human body. How does it feel to be in contraction? How does it feel to be in expansion? How does it feel to move from expansion to contraction or contraction to expansion? This infinity loop of flow that is embodied within you. Learn your specific way of flowing. This is essential. You humans make things complicated. You bring in all these beliefs and thoughts and you make them your rules. And yet everything is in here. All this out here is just whatever you want to construct. And whatever you want to construct comes from here, from the within. It is the essential next step in the evolution of humanity as a total, the totality of humanity. Thank you. Does that resonate?
Yes, very much so. Very, very helpful too, defining the difference and bringing in flow versus seeking for the balance. Another question, Teresa, for the guides, the 99, is I think a lot of us who are doing the internal work, regardless of where you are, if you're just starting out or if you've been doing this for decades, that are empaths specifically and feeling so much maybe pain and sorrow for the planet, for what we're seeing. Can you give us some guidance on how to deal with some of the external sources that we're sensing? Maybe it's the negativity or whatever we've assigned to it, so that we can stay in our highest self and bring in the good and the harmony.
Indeed, we can. And this is a very astute question and very timely and very, very important for. There's much unrest and tumultuous energy occurring across the planet. There is not a landmass that is not experiencing some form of destruction, restruction, or tumultuous energy. Again, we go back to what is the human experience you wish to cultivate? Okay. Bring yourself back into your own flow. Acknowledge that this all is occurring. And if you have a place in your soul's destiny to participate at some level, please do so. We encourage this. It is necessary. It is vital to forward the change that is occurring across the planet. But do so from a foundation of love. So, all of the tumultuous energy is our perception at the planetary levels. It's very jagged and very disruptive at the personal energy level. And we're trying to see this in your fields and describe it to make it more accessible to the human perception. So the disruption, the tumultuous energy is very jagged and tumultuous. And if you are standing in a place of peace and love, even if you are in defiance of what is going on out in that energy, then you are at a place of peace. And your energy is like the waves of a soft lake. It is gentle, it is loving, it is peaceful. In the face of this jagged energy of tumultuous behaviors, you can soothe from your place of peace. And it is essential for humans to not meet like with like energy. For if you do, that tumultuous energy meets with tumultuous energy and it becomes greater. It grows exponentially, not simply double, exponentially. And then you begin to attract the people who can contribute to that jagged energy. What we are saying is somewhat difficult for some of you because you are so passionate about some of the causes and some of the things that are occurring. What we offer is that you meet it with peace and love. Do not fight. It is time to stop the fight. It is time to come together. It is time to bring humanity into a collective and remember that we are all one. We are all one. And that jagged energy met with peaceful flow will become peaceful flow. Does this resonate?
Wholeheartedly. And I think those words are full of so much wisdom. Uh, especially right now, and realizing that coming from that place of peace and love. I love the description of it smoothing out the jagged edges. I think sometimes it's easy to get lost thinking, well, what can I do as one person?
It is easy to forget the influence of a single person. Humans also have an interesting propensity to, at some stages of evolution, enjoy that dramatic, jagged energy, forgetting that it is not optimal for the greatest expression of your soul in this human body. It is necessary sometimes to learn, to grow, but it's not necessary to stay there. Does this resonate? Does this make sense to you?
Yes, and I love the statement of the expression from our soul.
Mm.
Wow. I think there's a lot of us that yearn from that place and we don't know how to describe it or get it out and allow it to be part of our messaging and tied back to our purpose.
Every human on this planet has this yearning, and this yearning comes from the soul. It is a way for you to find the soul's expression, follow that yearning. And when you find it, the experience at the human level is what Teresa describes as her joytitude. It is equal measures of joy and gratitude, satisfaction, happiness, that you are doing something that is contributing positively, not only to your own life and your own evolution, but that of all of humanity. What more? What more is there? For when you find this, when you are solidly on this path, there is no poverty, there is no uncertainty of anything, there is no lack of love and companionship. You are never alone unless you choose solitude for quiet. You are never wanting for anything, for it simply shows up. And for those of you out there, they're small in number, but you are there and we see you and we hear you. This is manifestation at the energetic soul level. You see, we as energetic beings, we simply think of something and it occurs. We think of something we need. We need sustenance. We need energy. We need information. We need a conversation with somebody. It occurs the moment that we seek it. It is not dense like the earth plane. We do not have to go seek it. It simply is. Now, as a human, you have that soul imprint in you. Who does not want that at the human level? How miraculous and playful and fun that can be. Do you agree?
Yes, and I love the joytitude. Like, give me some of that.
Indeed. It is such an honor for us to be able to come to you through this vessel and to support your evolution. We are cheering from the sidelines. We are standing ready to do your bidding, to give you all that you ask for. Lean into us, lean into your guides, your angels, lean into the power and infinite wisdom of the universe, for it stands waiting to be of service. And with that, we complete our transmission. Thank you.
Wow. Teresa will let you catch your breath there. We knew this was going to be a good one.
Mm. Wow. I feel like they've been waiting for years to deliver this message. You know, it was my experience through that channeling is one of absolute joyitude for sure, but there's a spark of awe. Like this isn't for a few people doing the work. This is for everybody. Every single human. It's it's pretty awesome, isn't it?
Teresa, you want to know the word that comes to mind for me is excitement. It is that piece of my soul tied to I can manifest, like I can do this. Knowing I have that support, I love when they said, we're on the sidelines cheering you on, like bring us in. I love that.
Yeah. Yeah, and working together to figure out how to get it out of your own way, right?
Oh
Because
boy.
we all do that. I do that, you do that. We all get in our own way. But when we lean into support from other people, we find a mirror that gives us what we need to know to move out of our own way. I mean, it's just,
And T, I feel like it clears the path so that the progress is at a quicker pace. And I feel like, oh my gosh, the quicker it gets, the more excited I get. So then the further down the path I want to be. And
yeah,
it's kind of that little bit of a domino effect.
yes, agreed. And the fact that the energy on the planet is supporting that, that we are kind of creating that soup that nurtures us and gives us all the vitamins and minerals and pre and probiotics that we need to embody it. It for me, it that message leaves me with so much hope. You know, that we are actually doing a really good job. It may not look like it, but we're actually doing a really good job, which I love. I needed a pat on my back.
Oh, it was amazing. Out of all the channelings, I think they continue to get better and better. And the messaging is always so point on.
Yeah, it is.
Hmm.
Thank you. Thank you, my friends. Thank you, Heidi, for always being such an amazing support for these messages. They couldn't happen without you. And I'm going to echo what the goddesses opened and closed with. All of you, each and every one of you, is so loved. And I send my love to you.
Blessings. Thank you,
Bless.
everyone.
Bye.